Happy weekend. It's Debbie here with Lake House Soapery, and I want to talk to you about one of the bars of soap that I was getting ready to cut the other day. This one is it was misbehaving, so I'll just say that. And it's not the soap's fault, it's mine, obviously. So I was super distracted when I was trying to make this video, and some of the things that I was saying didn't make sense as I was watching it back. So I decided it might be better to just go ahead and try to do a voiceover with this one instead. So we'll go ahead and talk through the particulars of this soap, and hopefully you'll enjoy the cutting of it. Um, the soap itself, I've been trying a little bit of a different recipe, and I've been using some shea butter in this, and I have some silk that I added into the lye water. Um, I just wanted this to be just a little bit more of a smooth, kind of creamy bar. My hand motions don't make any sense with what I'm saying now. They probably did before, probably not. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted this bar to be a little bit more creamy. Um, so as I was making it, I had my greens set out because I had this idea. It was greens and I had an aqua set out. Um, the idea was that I was going to swirl it in a particular fashion and try to do um, something with, gosh, I don't even remember now. I don't even remember what the intent of it was, but it didn't work out. And I poured all of my green into my oils without thinking. Yeah, that's how that went. So it very quickly turned into one large green bar of soap. Oh, I was going to redo my lily pads on the lake. That's right. So I wanted to have some different shades of greens and white. Um, but yeah, everything kind of went into it, and I got one big solid green. So you know how that is. You panic. You try to figure out where you want to go from there. So I got out some titanium dioxide and split the batch off and tried to do a few different colors of green, or at least a few different shades of the green. And and then I added my fragrance oil in. um, I did not read up on the fragrance oil, which was my mistake. um, it accelerated, and it had a little bit of a ricing. So I quickly had to start working on the ricing and get that blended out, which it did. Um, but because I was doing so much playing with the batch beforehand, with trying to mix the colors and whatnot, after I added in the fragrance oil, it really, really started to accelerate. So I had to pretty much just kind of glump it in, um, which was okay. And it'll be a really nice creamy bar of soap, but it's not what I had in mind. But as I worked with it and looked at it during the cut, um, I really did like the way that it looked on the inside, and I'll share with you here in a minute kind of the direction I took with it. You'll see on the top of it, I put some black Himalayan sea salts. They didn't stay on very well. Like I said, everything was kind of setting up super fast. So I didn't get those kind of secured in very well. Some of them stayed on and some of them didn't. And I gave them a little spray of alcohol at the end to see if I could kind of melt them into the bar just a little bit. I was trying there to turn it on its side to see if it helped, and it didn't. And they weren't really dragging down into the soap, so I figured I would just go ahead and turn it back up again. Um, Try to see if I could save as many of those little bits as I could. But as it turned out, there was no swirling. Like, swirling was not going to happen on this bar just because of how quickly it set up. So just kind of layered it in as best I could. The lighter color was still a little bit more fluid than the darker color, or the darker two colors. You really can't see the second color in there very well. So um, it just just had to layer it in and do the best that I could with it. I was able to unmold it the next day. Heck, I probably could have even unmolded it that night. Um, and during the cut, I started thinking, well, I didn't get the lily pads on the lake that I wanted, so what can I do with a green bar of soap? And then I happened to remember that we have this local taxi service called Bar Hopper. And as I started thinking about it, I'll tell you right now, my kids hate my puns, but the pun came to mind, haha, bar hopper. It's a bar of soap and it's green like a frog. So, bar hopper is what I'm going to name this soap. And I'm going to put some information down in the box. For those of you that live out here at the lake, Bar Hopper is our local taxi service around here that you can um, call and make arrangements for. This gal is a lot of fun. She has videos up on her Facebook page. She will work with you to make special arrangements to meet you at certain times with just a few minutes heads up. And it's a really fun, like, party bus situation. Um, some of my friends here use it all of the time. I have not had the opportunity to be on it yet, but now that I've recorded this, you can be sure that I will. So yeah, I thought bar hopper made a lot of sense to me for this one. So anyway, what I ended up doing, and I'll include a picture at the end, um, her van is white, and then obviously it has a green frog, but then she's got some blue um, kind of accents going across the van. So I ended up making some blue frog embeds. I tried to adjust my color there. It didn't work out very well. I didn't think it was showing up as clear as it was. But anyway, I made some blue frog embeds with a mold that I ordered off of Amazon. It was a candy mold, not a silicone mold, so they were kind of hard to get out. I'm going to look for maybe a different mold if I decide to keep this one in stock. And then I just used some clear melt and pour to essentially glue them onto the fronts of the bars. So I thought it was kind of fun. It kind of made them look like they were sitting on lily pads. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's my bar hopper soap. I hope you guys will go over to her Facebook page and show her some love. And I hope you enjoy the video.